Welcome back. Right now, we are going to focus on pickleball. This is a sport that is gaining popularity all across the country and is really getting more interesting and active right here in Park City. Many people are involved, excited to play, want to learn how to play, and we've got the pickleball president here with us today. Greg, thanks for being here. How are you?
Thanks, Christine. Thanks for having me.
So tell me about pickleball in Park City, and actually let's go back to the beginning. Tell me more about the origins of this club here.
Sure. We founded the club a little over 2.5 years ago, and 2.5 years ago there was 30 members that started this club, and we thought we could grow the club to a couple hundred people, but it's just amazing with COVID and everything else. Today we have over 750 members in Park City in the Park City Pickleball Club, and they're playing everywhere. And so it's a big topic of how do we find more courts to play, and everybody wants to figure this out, and it's a great time. We love it.
That's a much higher number than I would have thought. 750 members of the club. That's, more people are even playing than that. Where are the main places that people play, and are they participating, of course, in this club and in other leagues?
Well, right now in the winter, it's pretty limited. We can play inside the gymnasium at the Basin Recreation, and people can play any Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning there. Otherwise, the Mark has indoor courts. They stripe the bubble courts in there, and they also have some striped courts inside their gym. But the space is pretty limited, but that's where we play pickleball in the winter. Now in the summer, Willow Creek Park has got 8 courts. There's another 4 at Trailside. City Park this year is going to have brand new nets, and they're going to have another 6 courts there. So we have some flexibility, but when it comes to finding a place for 750 people to play, we need more, and that's why the city is on their topic.
Greg, what is it about pickleball, especially here in Park City, that you love? What drew you into this sport initially?
Well, initially, I was just a local ambassador trying to talk people into playing pickleball. But then pickleball is not really about the sport. It's really a vehicle to have meet people and community getting together. When I started playing, I probably knew maybe 50 people in Park City, and so quickly, all of a sudden, I had friends from everywhere, all walks of life, people that have very affluent, almost people that are just ski bums, come down to play pickleball every day. So that's what makes the sport so popular, and that's why people gravitate to it.
And if someone hasn't played before, do you describe it as a combination of tennis or racquetball, maybe some volleyball in there? How do you describe it?
Well, I tell people it's pretty much like ping pong on steroids, but really it's a plastic paddle with plastic wiffle ball type of thing. And but the good news is it's a smaller court space than tennis. You can put 4 pickleball courts on 1 tennis court, so it's smaller area to cover. So people that aren't as mobility, maybe they were when they were younger, are able to carry and cover all the entire court. But that doesn't say most of the best players right now are in their youth. All the pros are in their early 20s. We actually have just started a youth program here in Park City for pickleball as well, and it's growing. There's a club inside the high school. There's a part of the club that we have youth programs in the Park City Pickleball Club as well. So it's not just, people think it's just, an older active adult type of sport, but it's growing in all aspects of age groups.
And I have noticed that here in Park City, the Pickleball Club is being very proactive in wanting to be able to include everyone who wants to play, to bring in new members, and to find places to play. So the main reason I wanted to talk to you today is there's a survey through Park City Municipal about Park City Pickleball. Tell me about that.
Well, the survey is really targeted towards zoning in some of the communities in Park City where people want to put pickleball courts in their backyards. But it makes a little bit more noise, maybe a tennis court would do, and so there's some communities that don't want them back there. So the city is trying to get some quantification of where should you be allowed to put a pickleball court. But really, what's driving it is the number of courts we have in the city, and we need more places to play. So people, if they can't find space on the city and county courts, they're going to go build their own. And so that's what the city's trying to manage. So that's why you see these surveys coming out, what they're trying to figure out. The good news is another part of that survey is that they're just trying to track and see what kind of play potentials out there. The city right now has got a proposal in their initial planning of building not only more indoor courts at the Mark just for pickleball alone, but also out at Quinn's Junction, there's a spot of land by the NAC that we maybe will put outdoor courts, brand new ones that are just dedicated for pickleball. And that's also on the docket, and they're working through the process right now to get that done. And the Park City Pickleball Club is really excited that's taking place.
Who do you recommend taking this survey? Is it for people who've been playing for years? Is it for people that have never played? Just individuals who are concerned about, bringing courts closer to where they are? Or is it really just for anyone who has any kind of interest in pickleball?
I would say both. I mean, I think it's fair that some neighbors might think they don't want to pickleball right in their backyard, especially if it's right next to their home. And so I think the city's just looking for open, honest feedback so they can make informed decisions on how to move forward with allowing private residences in order to do their pickleball.
And if someone wants more information about the Park City Pickleball Club, what you all do, they want to play, where should they go? How can they connect with you?
Absolutely. Our website's pcpickleballclub.com. That's pcpickleballclub.com. And that'll tell you everything that's going on. And we do all kinds of things and really just to get people involved. We're actually doing a tournament the 19th and 20th of this month at the Mark indoors. And it's open to anybody. And if people wanted to check that out, that's also on there. So pcpickleballclub.com is all the information you need about our club.
Well, thank you so much, Greg, for joining us today. Really appreciate your time and your update about pickleball here in Park City. As the president of the Park City Pickleball Club, you can head to that website for more information about play here. Also, to take that survey, please do that soon, as I believe the survey ends middle of next week. You want to make sure that your voice is heard about pickleball here in Park City. We'll be back with more right here on Mountain Connections after this.